Okay, Bukit Bintang is known for its raw energy, nightlife, and top shopping destination in Malaysia. But living right next to it, right, is not always ideal. So this one, right, it sits slightly away in Bukit Ceylon with just 178 units. It's a bit more control and more comfortable as well. Let's take a look at how that translates into your daily living. Okay, welcome to Skylon Residence. So first let's talk about location. Yeah, you are in Bukit Ceylon, right in the middle of Golden Triangle, but also slightly tucked away from the main stretch, which is Jalan Bukit Bintang. So if you head down the hill, right, you're within minutes to Pavilion, 7 to 10 minutes. Sungei Wang, Laoyak Plaza, Lot 10, and right in front of me, right, it's Jalan Alor, Changkat, where all the pubs, nightlife, and the street food are located. So everything is close, but you know what? By being too close to all this, right, it's not always ideal. And this is where Bukit Ceylon feels very different, because you are still connected, but once you're back here, back home, right, it feels a bit more removed from that you know, right from the tick of the action. Okay, so access wise, you have got Jalan Bukit Ceylon, and right in front, of course, is Changkat Raja Chulan. You know, you can connect out towards Pudu as well if you want. So you're not just relying on one way in and out, because on weekends, right, that particular road, right, can be a bit congested. But this is where it becomes very interesting, yeah. In an area like this, right, having only 178 units and mostly is one bedroom or two bedroom, right, it really can make a difference. Okay. By the way, if you find my walkthrough today beneficial, please consider subscribing to my channel, as I'll share the latest premium property news every single week. Now let's get back with the tour. Okay, so this is the driveway. It's very efficient, and I would say it's spacious as well. You can see the entrance up to the parking is also very wide. It looks like supercar friendly as well, looking at the gradient. And you also is covered as well, where you drop off your passengers, right, you know, over there, the main entrance. Yeah, so on the outside of the building, right, you can see there is some green elements, and the architect behind the structure itself is TR Hamzah Yeang. So just to story you guys a little bit, yeah. If you have stayed in KL for quite a while, if you drive along Federal Highway, you'll see this very iconic structure, which is Mesiniaga Tower. I mean, those days when it was built 30 years back, it was really ahead of its time. And for example, like the DG HQ in Subang High Tech, now it's Celcom DG already. And even Plaza Vets, you know, last time was IBM, right? IBM HQ was there in Taman Tun. So the architect behind this buildings, right, is TR Hamzah Yeang. So I just want to mention this because just want to let you know that the architects behind Skylon Residence, they are not new to the scene. They are veterans and very, very experienced. Let's get inside and see how impressive is Skylon Residence. Let's go. But once you step inside, right, the space really opens up. The focus here is really on the details. See, behind me is a very nice large painting installed on the marble wall. You can see the materials that they use, a lot of marble finishes, the floor, the wall, the lighting as well feels like it's being staged. You know, everything feels very controlled. And the lift area in front of me, it looks amazing. You have the frames that they use, I think it's rose gold in color or chrome. The wall panels, you know, these are the very small details, you know, but it really shows how much thought has went into a design as well. So the designer here, right, it's designed by the team from Design Studio MVH. So they have worked on projects like Four Seasons Residence in KL, Banyan Tree, Aira, and specializing in designing interiors for luxury yachts. So the style here is quite consistent. It's clean, it's warm, it's very comfortable, and yeah, generally in the long run, right, it's very easy to live with. So as you can see, it's not just about the looks, but how the space actually makes you feel. So today, right, we'll check out the facilities, and the most amazing part is definitely the rooftop facilities where the sky pool is located, and also two units as well. One is about 800 square feet, and the largest one, which is 1,200 square feet. So without further ado, let's take a look at what kind of facilities that's provided here. Let's go. Okay, so instead of going through every facility, right, easier to look at this based on how you actually use the space. Firstly, of course, you have the green spaces. You notice in some of the floors, right, you have a lot of this pocket gardens, right, which is, you know, for me, it's very subtle, but it makes the place more breathable and more cooling as well. When you move around through the building, there's a lot of sitting spaces. There's even a co-working space as well, where there's a lot of lounging chairs, sitting chairs, sofas, you know, that you can work and also relax and have a good chat with your friends or whatever. And on the wellness side, of course, is the gym with life and fitness equipments, floor-to-ceiling windows that makes the place very comfortable to work out. So you see, now the question is, does it feel crowded or not? Because you've only 178 units, right? Actually, you're not sharing all this with too many people, you know. It's a stark contrast with what you see in Bukit Bintang. So one floor, you only have like 9 units, serviced by 3 lifts. And the whole building, right, is only 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom only. So there's no large units over here. So without further ado, let's go to the main highlight, which is the rooftop pool, the sky roof. Let's go. Okay, now we are at level 38, sky pool, the rooftop facilities. And my goodness, it's just simply amazing. So from here, you can see Merdeka 118 right in front of me. You can see Exchange TRX. Wow, and Twin Towers right in front there. And behind, right, is also the KL Tower. So you have, you know, basically an infinity edge pool over here in L shape. Over the other end, that will be the children's pool. And behind, right, there's actually a lot of al fresco sitting areas. So the main highlight of this, the top floor, is definitely the views. The reason being is because Bukit Ceylon is also on a very elevated position. So the good thing is that they don't have a lot of buildings blocking you as well. Simply incredible, my dear friends. Okay, so let's head back down and take a look at the units. Because it's also important, besides the facilities, right, you also want the units to match the kind of lifestyle that you have here. Alright, so let's check out the units itself. Okay, so we'll start with this unit first. This is 800 square feet, 2 bedroom. Okay. Of course, you have your fire-rated timber door, very thick and solid. Comes with a Yale digital lock, and behind here is also a place for you to put your shoe racks and stuff like that. Okay, so on my right-hand side here, this will be the kitchen and island. Comes with a fridge, with hood and hob by Electrolux, a sink. So on the left here is also bedroom number 1. Comes with an ensuite. This one doesn't really have a view, but it still has a window over there that brings in some natural light. But the main highlight here, my dear friends, it's the bedroom. I'll say the master bedroom now, okay, which is here, which is large and very large windows, bring in a lot of natural light, and an ensuite bathroom as well. And it's also facing KL Tower. And of course, the living area here, right, it's very expensive. Why? Not say expensive, but expansive. That means so it looks very spacious because why? The balcony is just right in front of you. So when you come in, right, straight away you look at the views right in front. That gives you, that makes the place feels very open and spacious. So if you think the 800 square feet one is not big enough, right, let me share with you. This one is 1250 square feet. So the big difference is that you have the sleeping quarters, right, separated. One at the front, another one behind. So you can actually, it depends, maybe you want to have your own owner's suite, then your children's, or to be at the other side, okay? Or you can make it as a guest room. So once you come in, on my left-hand side here, this is actually a yard, a very large one. Yeah, it's so big, right? Yeah, you can put in washer and dryer, everything here. And on my right-hand side here, this would be a powder room or a guest bathroom with a sliding door behind where you can actually, where bedroom number 1 here can actually use. So this is bedroom number 1. Yeah, as you can see, bedroom number 1 with a sliding door. And this would be your living area here. And of course, your dry and wet kitchen as well over here. It comes with hood and hob. And the windows actually make the place look very, very bright. Okay, now entering the master bedroom. It comes with a large balcony. And let me tell you, the balcony is actually very special. There is sliding blinds here. Why? It's because, right, you actually have a top here. Next level, right? A nice top here. Now it's in trend, what they call ice plunge or something like that. Yeah, you can do it here. Let me close this back. That gives you extra privacy and protects you against the rain and the elements, stuff like that, because you're on a high floor. Of course, this is on my left. This would be their master bath. Comes with rain shower, shower screen with a sink. One thing to note is that the bathroom fittings, right, are by Kohler. One of the best in terms of bathroom fittings that I know lah. That's really durable. And yeah, this is the balcony. A large looking balcony. Incredible. So this balcony, you can see right in front of me, this is the KL Tower, and on my right, Exchange TRX over there. Okay. Why it's so impressive is because in KL city centre, right, the latest projects, they are mostly made of glass. So if you have a balcony this huge, right, that is extremely rare, I would say. Okay, so overall, for me, I think what stands out here is the balance. You're right next to Bukit Bintang, but you also feel quite tucked away. And only 178 units, right? It also feels more manageable. And it's just one, and the biggest one is only 2 bedrooms. So you see, it's not about being the biggest or having the biggest land size. It's all about being more comfortable to live in. So this is suitable for people who want to stay right in the city, right in the action, but don't want to be too crowded. They like low profile. It's more practical as well for own stay. But at the same time, this is not for everyone. If you want something very big, very grand, like hotel branded residence kind of thing, then of course there will be other better options. And you're still very close to Bukit Bintang or Changkat Bukit Bintang, so there will be some activity for sure. But if you ask me from an investment point of view, this area has very consistent demand. Okay, so it's more stable, it's location driven. You're looking at least 5 or 7 ringgit per square feet for rental. And for sale, if you plan to buy, it's around 1,700, 1,800 per square feet. Yeah. So yeah, if you want something in the city, right, easier to live in, this is something that you can consider. By the way, if you want to know more about another property in Bukit Bintang, I have a video here on Pavilion Square. You can check that out. And if you want to know more details about Skylon Residence, you just let me know. Yeah, I'll be happy to walk you through it. So yeah, Kelvin signing out from Ceylon Hill. I will see you in the next one.